Thank you and good morning, everyone. Our News Extra today, we're going to be talking about the need to get out there and give the gift of life this holiday season. And of course, we're talking about blood donation and plasma donation. And joining us this morning is Rick Gilbert, who happens to be one of the individuals who has kind of dedicated himself to making a difference for folks by donating. Rick, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Talk a little bit about what inspired you to, first of all, make your first donation.
Well, I've always liked the idea of giving life to save a life. And I've been starting out with just giving regular blood because of my blood type, which is AB positive. There's only 7% of the United States has my blood type, so they don't really need that type of blood in that aspect that soon. But being they got the Aspharus machine, you can give platelets and plasma.
Mm-hmm.
And because of my blood type with the platelets, I'm universal. They can give it anyway.
Yeah, and of course, certain blood types can only give or receive from certain other blood types. Of course, I think it's O positive is the universal donor.
Universal with
universal
blood.
donor with blood.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, like you said, your type is a universal for plasma.
Well, the platelets.
Or platelets and things like that. And of course, the way of giving blood donations has changed over the years. Of course, originally it was just whole blood, and that's still important. They still do whole blood donations, correct?
Yes, they still do.
But of course, it's expanded to where now you can talk about donating platelets, donating plasma, which is a little more detailed process, as I understand. It actually takes a little bit longer.
Yes, it does, depending on how good your heart is, and also depending on whether you take just one or both. It'll take up to maybe 2.5 hours to get the plasma and platelets if you do the combination.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of a commitment to do that, but of course it is very important to be able to do so, and of course the red blood cells, as I understand in that case, actually get put back into your body.
Yes.
It's a separation process, and that's why it takes so long. Now, Rick, you are coming up on a milestone, as I understand it, correct?
Yes, I got one more donation, which will be coming up on the 7th, to where I'll have my 10 gallons in.
And that's pretty impressive to have been donating for so long and to hit the 10-gallon mark. We'll be right back with more from Rick in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. And on our News Extra today, we are talking with Rick Gilbert, who is a special donation individual when it comes to blood donations. He is very close to hitting his 10-gallon. I don't want to call it an anniversary. That's not quite the right.
Whatever.
not quite the right word to use for it. But hitting 10 gallons. For donations, and of course the reason we have him here is that it's important to give the gift of life during the holiday season, and one way you can do that is to donate blood or go in and donate plasma, platelets, and there is a donation that is taking place in December. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Rick?
Yeah, the Help Give Life this holiday season is going to be Tuesday, December 18th at Western Nebraska Donor Center, located in the main hospital, by the Park Bench Cafe inside, from 8:30 a.m. till 3 p.m.
Yeah, and during that you can donate blood or platelets. It's pretty safe, simple, and really an easy process. Now, they do want you to be in good health, at least 16 years of age or older, and weigh more than 115 pounds. Those are just some minimum health guidelines that they'd like to have in place. Walk-ins are welcome, but they do prefer appointments.
Yes.
And how do they do that with appointments?
You can call the number up there if you want to, at 308-630-2477.
And that's there at the Regional West Donor Center inside Regional West Medical Center here in Scotts Bluff. And of course, if you happen to be one of the lucky individuals who can donate and have the time to do plasma or platelets like that, it is a longer process, like we were saying before, but it's certainly well worth it.
It is, and I'm real thankful for my boss who allows me. She knows that I'm on call because of my platelets being universal. I'm on call, and if they need me, they call me. She allows me to go.
Yeah, it's very important for people to be able to do things and hopefully break away from work if you have the opportunity to do so, and give the gift of life this holiday season. Rick, we appreciate you stopping by and really do congratulate you on coming up to this milestone that you're going to be hitting on December 7th, right?
Yes.
We'll be hitting,
But-
hitting 10 gallons donation mark.
And for some of those, it's going to be maybe a little skeptical of one. I will be up there on the 18th all day. I got that taken out that way, and somebody wants to talk to me about the situation, if they're a little scared or whatever the case may be. Some people are afraid of needles, and I can understand that, but I'll be there if I can, and I'll try to answer any questions they have for me.
Yeah, and it's actually very important to have a good blood supply available because you never know with natural disasters, accidents, things such as that. There is the demand that is out there. You just don't know when it's going to happen.
Especially your blood life, I don't know exactly what the shelf life is on it. They can only keep it for so long.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, Rick, we appreciate you stopping by for News Extra today.
Well, thank you very much, and be good to get the word out, and thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Hope to see you.